Okay, so this is Ultima 7. Hi everyone, I'm Injindra. This is what to play next. We decided to do Ultima 7 basically for as long as we can stand it. As long as you can. It's been an addiction, whereas our whole life we love the Ultimas. I love that the side quests are bundled right in, and you are supposed to genuinely go out and help the people. So everything, like there's no goal orientation versus trajectory problem, which is awesome for chicks. You see a simple peasant woman, her face is etched with sorrow. We're in Pause, we're investigating a murder, and it's taking us north of Britannia. Pause is a suburb. I am Melina. Hi, Elena. I have no job, my lady, save for being the mother of my child. I am waiting for mine husband Weston to return from Britain. Mine husband is imprisoned in Britain for stealing fruit from the royal orchards. Mine husband is no thief, milady. He went there to buy fruit for the child and me so we would have enough to eat. He's been wrongfully accused, I'm certain of it. We are very poor. My baby and I are presently living in the fellowship shelter because we have nowhere else to go. We are fortunate that we are able to live by the fellowship's good graces, and I do not know how long we'll be allowed to stay. They tell me the shelter is only for members of the fellowship. Unless I join soon, I shall be asked to leave, and I have nowhere else to go. Kinda sucks. It's a member of the fellowship that accused mine husband. Now they wish for me to join them. They say if I join, they'll attempt to free mine husband. But it is they who unjustly accuse them. I cannot trust them, but I fear I may have no choice. I cannot join the fellowship without feeling I am betraying mine husband. How could I become one of those who have falsely accused him? Yet if I do not, they will not allow my child and me to live here. She sobs and covers her face with her hands. This is so unfair. I must choose between starvation and betrayal. If only Weston were here, I do not know what to do. Cassie is my daughter, just a wee babe. She's my only joy. Pleasant day to the Milady. Oh, hi, baby. Pair of gloves and an egg. An egg. Keep Britannia clean, send gargoyles back. Paid for by the Britannian Purity League. That's an interesting thing to have right by the Book of the Fellowship. What do we got? Some sealing wax, a quill, some documents. It's locked. Stern-looking woman stares back at you without humor. What's your name? I am Britta. Hi, Britta. I helped mine husband Faradwin run fellowship shelter and pause. Alright, Britta. Thief. One of our members, a local merchant named Morphin, had a shipment of silver serpent venom stolen from him. Not that I care about the venom itself, but it is shocking. My husband is the most honorable man I have ever met in my life. Do not put stock in the proud boasts of wives, good avatar. I'm a simple man who only does what he can. Thou should speak to mine husband of the fellowship. I'm certain thou wilt be most impressed by what he shall have to tell you. Running a shelter is hard work for mine husband and me. It is worth the effort to ease the suffering of those less fortunate than we. We hear about everything that goes on in Pause. If I do not know about it, then mine husband does. Is there anyone in particular thou dost wish to know about? Oh dear, I know about these people. Elena? Elena lives in a shelter with her baby, poor thing. Her husband is a common thief who even now sits in prison, but we shall help her get her life straightened out once we persuade her to join the fellowship. She's not smart enough, thou knowest, to see the advantages herself. She must be carefully instructed. Silver serpent venom. I've never seen any myself, but I have no idea what it does to someone. It cannot possibly be good. Camila is a farm widow. She tends to live in the past, following the old virtues and questioning the ways of the fellowship. Country folk are so superstitious, thou knowest. It's a fault of their own low intellect. She's not even noticed what a hooligan her boy Tobias is growing up to be. Not at all like our son Gareth. Polly runs a local tavern to be near people. She's a lonely soul. Feels as there's simply no one who wishes for her heart. Makes me so sad to think of her. She'd find all the companionship she would want if she would join the fellowship. Tobias is simply wretched little urchin, always sulking, but then no one has realized that he has no father to discipline him properly. Gareth. Britta beams. Gareth is a wonderful son. He is being raised to follow the virtues of fellowship. His worthiness has been rewarded. Gareth is so talented with whistle panpipes. It's a true gift. Sounds like it. Alright, is that everyone? Catch some Z's. Oh, there we go. We see a jovial young man who gives her a friendly greeting. I am Gareth, the son of Faradwin and Britta. Heard you don't like him. Look at that face. Look at that smile. What is that? What is that? Showing teeth, bro? I'm too young to learn a trade of my own yet. But I do assist my parents in running the shelter. I hope to be a counselor in the fellowship one day, or a professional whistle panpipes player. My father works for the fellowship helping poor people in pause. He tries to recruit them, but most refuse. Britta, oh, she's just my mother. She does whatever my father does tell her to. He's already winning. Plenty of beds are available if thou wouldst like to stay in the shelter, he says with a condescending tone. Oh, I can tell thee all thou dost need to know about us. The Fellowship is a group that has been gaining much popularity in recent years with the people of Britannia. While on the surface it may simply appear to be a scholarly society studying a particular philosophy, its teachings have the power to forever alter the shape of Britannian society. Its ceremonies are deeply moving experiences. I've been playing panpipes since I was little. I'm pretty good now, if I say so myself. Keep the whistle by my bed and practice every night before going to sleep. Pause. Actually, I do not like this town very much. The people here are all poor, and the only one my own age is Tobias. And, he adds, there's a thief here. My father was once the head recruiter in Britain until they moved him here. I heard him talking to Mother about how the Fellowship was wasting its time here. My father says the poor people reject the Fellowship because the triad of inner strength requires strength of character. I'm also quite knowledgeable when it comes to our philosophy. We follow the triad of inner strength and do let personal failures get in our way or slow us down. It says do let. Thus I want to join. Oh yes, yes, you know what? All the yes. I got another one, he says gleefully. Thou must speak with my father right away. Tobias, he and his mother reject the Fellowship. They're witless and stupid, and I do not like them. There's a thief in this town. Our merchant Morphin had some valuable serpent venom stolen from him. The culprit is still free, so be wary. My father says the poor are weak of character, and that's why they are poor. They do not have to be. They are just too lazy to work. Dost thou agree? No. I mean, they need guidance. If you get guidance, and then you don't, then I guess I could hear talking bad a little bit, or at least resenting it, but God, you're like way ahead of yourself. And thou must be a person of weak character also, and then you criticize me. You are the best thing ever. So there's your panpipes. We got some chests over here. These must be more permanent residents or something. Oh, lordy. What a hot mess. Well, it's getting dark, so I suppose we should get some sleep. 8 should do it, right? Pleasant dreams.
Yes, my friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
Well, that's not the creepiest thing ever. Rise the wolf, it's time to continue the quest. It really isn't. I wish I had like a clock of some sort. 3 hours should be sun up, I assume. I mean, sundown. There we go. Rise wolf, now it's time to continue the quest. Alright, so what do I need to do? I need to check out the mill. I'm a bit hungry. Well, that's because it's daytime, Pop-Tart. We're like surviving on a diet of solid fish. It's good for you. It's high in protein. Oh, I can make black pudding. It's a monster in this game. Butter churn. What is this place? Who are you? Where did you go? There you are. See a cheerful, handsome young man who gives you a friendly wave as you approach. My name is Andrew. How art thou, my lady? I'm the owner and proprietor of the dairy here in Pause. Huh. Be wary, for there is a thief in town. Some silver serpent venom was stolen from Morphin. I sell milk and cheese. Thou mayest find the dairy between Camille's farm and the slaughterhouse. Of course, everyone is up in arms about the business concerning the missing venom. It could be hidden anywhere. With all the trade that occurs in this town, it would be easy to hide. I do not know much else about the substance. Perhaps Morphin himself would know what kind of effects it might produce. He bought the slaughterhouse a few years ago, soon after he joined the Fellowship. I knew the previous owner. Camila is a good woman. She's still an advocate of the old virtues. She runs the farm by herself, but, well, with the help of her son Tobias. The slaughterhouse is run by Morphin the merchant. He's always busy, coming and going at all hours, sometimes carrying things. A gallon will cost thee 3 gold. Art thou interested in buying some? Here it is, he says, handing you the jug. Would thou like another? No. I hope I was of some assistance to thee, my lady. I wasn't done talking. Greetings, Milady. There's a thief in town. Covered morphine. Was that the whole thing? Previous owner. I was just a lad when I first saw the old slaughterhouse. The old man who owned it even showed me the storeroom in there once. The door is locked. I think Morphin has a key somewhere in his house. Is that the whole thing? Dairy. I sell milk and cheese. That was the only other one. I sell wedges for two gold each. How many else do I want? I don't know, I should probably survive on something besides fish. Just saying. Hope I was of some assistance. Well, you don't look like a serpent user, so. What's this away? Is this the slaughterhouse then? Hello, friend. Greetings, Wolf. This is Morphin. Yes, I know your name is Morphin. I'm a merchant who operates one of the most thriving businesses in Paws, which includes a slaughterhouse. Take it that was to notice the smell. If so, I do apologize. Alright, so let's see. Sell mutton, beef, and ham. What would sell like? Could do mutton. It will cost thee 3 gold each. Still interested? Stocking up on provisions here. How many else do I want? We can do like 10. Or what am I? 6. We'll do 9. Then I'll pick up some fruit if I have to. Here it is. Some other time, perhaps. We pretty much already talked to him last time. He's gotten some silver serpent venom stolen. Prolonged use is bad for you. They're researching it. And he's basically engaged me to try and get my help on the whole thing. That'll let some light in. So what's this? This is the salty dog. Oh, it looks like it's gonna rain. That's good. Got a dock with an anchor. I'm looking for the widow's house. Oh, I bet you this is it. Oh gosh. Items of items. This is always fun. House of items. When I like forget a letter. I can't read. Oh, she's got some cool stuff. She's asleep. I don't want to wake her up. Oh, I wonder if that hourglass is for sale. I could use that. Oh, is this the mill? I wanted to talk to the miller anyways. The miller's not here. Now what? I find that unlikely. Let's look around. There you are, friend. Greetings, Milady. Greetings, Milady. Word up. I operate the mill here in Paws. Local economy depends on me. Sometimes I feel that keeping the wheels turning is the only reason to live. Let's talk shop here. A sack will cost thee 12 gold. Are interested in purchasing some? Here it is, he says, handing you the sack. Wouldst thou wish another? No. I'll carry one of anything. Who knows, it might come in handy. It's got a nightstand. What is that? Spent light source. Is that it is flaming oil. Well, you're ready for everything, aren't you, Thurston? Let's leave all the doors open. Running around. What is that? Keep Britannia clean, send the gargoyles back. Britannia purity leak. That doesn't go there. Ooh, that's rough. I don't know that I should go running around. Oh, that's gonna be Morphin's key. And I don't really, like, he seems fine. You see a beggar. You can't tell from the look on his face whether he's about to laugh or cry. What's your name, friend? My name is Fen, Milady. What's your job? He looks away shamefully. I have none, Milady. Beware, for there's a thief in this town. Some silver serpent venom was stolen from the merchant Morphin, who runs a slaughterhouse. I used to be a farmer in more prosperous times. I used to work with Colmer and Merrick. He's my best friend and the bravest man I know. Oh, please, you're starting to make mine eyes leak. Merrick joined the fellowship so he could live in their shelter, the poor sod. Humph. If thou art so unfortunate thou want to live there, thou wouldst do better on the corner with Colmer and I. If the fellowship truly wants to help people, why would they let us starve just because we do not want to join? Cannot answer that one. Don't worry, we shall not starve. Camila sends her son Tobias with food and clothing for us every so often. He's a fine lad, always willing to give us a hand, unlike that rude urchin Gareth. He's the son of Faradwin and Britta, who run the shelter. Gareth crosses the road to avoid us. We would not want the likes of him walking down our side of the road anyways. It's kind of, you're supposed to. Camila is a good woman. She lives at the farm bordering the dairy. It's by the dairy. Even when pockets are light, there's still some mercy left in this world. Begging for money is not a proud profession, but there are worse ones. At least we do not have to do what Merrick does. He recruits for the fellowship. Yeah, sure. I tend to, I don't know why I hand out random world advice as I go. Thank thee, Milady. I give the homeless food if I run into them, rather than money. So, that's just kind of my take on life. That's how I handle that. Oh, hello, friend. See a beggar leaning on a crutch. His eyes shine like diamonds with sheer bitterness. My name is Colmer. I'm a dancer, my lady. He cannot keep a straight face and almost falls off his crutches. Ha ha ha! 'Tis a ripe one, Colmer. I was not always a beggar. Like Fen and Merrick, I used to be a farmer too, but times got worse. And times are always bad in Paws. Fen and me are chums will be till the day we die. We share in each other's vast expenses of wealth. Ha ha ha! With thy wit thou shouldst be on stage. A royal rotten egg he is. Merrick turned his back on us and now spends each night in a warm, cozy bed, which is more than either one of us have had for some time. Veritable wonderland is Paws not. Chums. Fen and me have been friends since we were little tiny babes. Bet thee thou did not think we would end up like this, eh, Fen? Not in me wildest dreams, Colmer. Yeah, verily, Fen and I share all that we own, which in its totality is the clothes on our backs and this knot in our throats. The only thing worse in this miserable existence is having Merrick sniff around and try to recruit us, the bloody parasite. Merrick sleeps in the shelter run by the fellowship. They feed him too. He had to join before they'd help him. We could have joined, but they're a foul lot. Anybody acting so bloody nice must be up to no good. Here's some compromises we will not make even to survive. The shelter, 'tis a large building, filled with the fawning hypocrites. Thou shouldst have little trouble finding it. Thanks, bro. Hold thine head high, milady. You seem polite. I guess not everyone is, has their life dictated by their circumstances. That food smells good. I'm looking for the farm. I think they said it was this way. That's the miller. Oh, it's not there. I didn't want to walk away before she got up, but this chick is like, she's laying in a bed. What's this do? Apparently it does not tell time, so gotta find me a clock. What's this? Okay, that's the dairy. There's the fellowship. They get their own theme music. That's something else. Come here, Pratt. What are you doing? A pleasant day to thee, milady. Oh, lordy. I want to be a pan whistle player. Keep the whistle by my bed. Goodbye then. Goodbye, Merrick. Man, yeah, that were it. No, I'm not it. This is me being not it. I'm gonna throw you in the river. We've got a shuttle and a loom. What hour is it? I don't know. I was actually wondering that myself. I just hopped a fence. See a sulking lad who doesn't seem to want to look you in the eye. Just what I need, another avatar, he mumbles under his breath. I am Tobias. I suppose I am to believe thou art someone important. I am too young to have a job. I just help my mother on the farm. There's a thief running free in Paws. He stole silver serpent venom from Morphin, the owner of the slaughterhouse. No one knows who he is. My mother's name is Camille. She speaks of thee, or rather she speaks of the Avatar, is what I meant to say. So people in the town think she's mad because she still believes in the 8 virtues. What's wrong with that? The virtues. My mother grows grain. Dost thou not know a farm when thou seest one? Tobias looks at you as though he thinks you're a bit dim. Art thou truly the Avatar? Yeah, sorry bro, I am. Thou art no Avatar. My mother once took me to the shrine as sacrifice when I was younger. It was so soon after my father died, and I do not remember it very well. I do not think it is there anymore, for she never talks about going back. I think perhaps she does not want to mention it because there are so many in town who belong to the fellowship, because it makes her sad. She sells grain to Thurston the miller from time to time, so we may go to the pub or buy milk at the dairy every once in a while. We usually just grow crops to keep ourselves fed. The shelter, it's that place just south of here. It's run by the fellowship. For the first time, he looks you in the eye. I hate the fellowship. The only other person in town my own age is that cretin Gareth, and it's all he ever talks about. He's always trying to convince my mother to join. He clenches his fist angrily. Please do not mention them again. Thurston, he's one of the few people in town that I like. He's nice to us. The dairy is south of the shelter. Andrew, the man who runs the dairy, his father was friends with my father. Gareth, he's the only other boy in town anywhere near my own age. His parents don't want him playing with me because they think that associating with those kinds of people will hamper his education or some such rubbish. I cannot stand the little bastard. I hate the way he plays those stinking whistle panpipes. Bloody fellowship people know that everyone is never more than a meal away from being penniless. They say that they want us to join immediately because the shelter is intended to help only fellowship members. If we ever need to live there, they may have to turn us away in favor of other fellowship members. There are so many beds in that place. Be on their way then, oh great and wise Avatar. Well, thanks. Thanks, friend. That is a lot of wheat to just eat yourself. You sure you're not strangling Commerce by accident? Because that would be a legitimate beef. Believe it or not. Oh, hey, friend. Just hit me with a scythe. You see a farm woman. She rubs her hands, which are covered by dirt, and lines drawn by toll. My dreams have become reality. Thou art at the Avatar, art thou not? I recognize thee immediately. My name is Camila, Avatar. It's an honor to meet thee. I run a small farm here in Paws with my son, Tobias. I'm a widow. Some silver serpent venom was stolen from the merchant Morphin, who operates a slaughterhouse. Life is hard here in Paws. It's a town of poor people with all the ills that poverty brings. At least the fellowship brings us some relief. Tobias, he is basically a good boy. He works hard and misses his father. I grow a few crops, especially carrots and wheat. Recently, our town's been plagued by a thief. Some silver serpent venom, etc., etc. I'm not sure whether I trust the fellowship. It's undoubtedly done some good things in this world, so it cannot be all bad. Or at least, the people in it cannot be all bad. I believe my carrots are especially tasty. Wouldst thou like to purchase some? They would only cost thee 1 gold for 3. Sure. We can stock up on carrots. It's good for you. I'm sure thou wilt love them. It reminds me, this package needs to be taken to the mill today. If thou canst deliver it for me, Thurston will pay thee for it. Wilt thou? Be sure to take this to Thurston the mill owner. He shall pay thee for thy trouble. Oh, okay. Happy to help out. I'm wandering around pretty much totally lost here anyways. I'm so completely lost. Not really. It's a small enough town. So, and I wanted to head back and pick up some stuff from the widow. So it's not out of the way. It's fine. Oh, that's the slaughterhouse. Alright, that's the hound. That's where I get poisoned. We're striking out here. That's not the way into town. Where the heck did the mill go? Again, is this it? There it is. Greetings, Milady. Delivery. You give the sack over to Thurston. He opens and reaches inside. His hand comes back out filled with wheat. He sifts through it with his own fingers. I know Camila's oft quite busy running her farm. Thanks to thee for making the delivery. This should compensate thee for thy trouble. He hands you 10 gold pieces. Thanks, bro. Indeed, thou should be wary, Milady. There's a thief in this town. I already knew that. Kind of been waiting on you guys to tell me who it is. So I can go nab him. Go nick him. Get a beak on him. So we visited almost everybody. I think Oh, there's the water wheel for the mill. I think that the lady's house was this way. There it is. Oh, good, she's finally up. Where are you, woman? Did she, like, bounce? Like, seriously, how are you gonna get up and bounce like that? Got a candle and a cup. I'd really like to peruse your wares, ma'am. She's killing me. Where could this chick be? Probably not wandering around someone else's house. That's probably not the case. Maybe she's down at the Hound. Maybe she went to hang out, have breakfast. Oh, she is. Okay, well. Oh, my nose itches. See an old woman who gives you a smile of grandmotherly sweetness. You can see immediately that her vision is poor. My name is Beverly. Why I run the house of items here in Paws. It's a shop that sells antiques and previously used items. Running this shop allows me to remain youthful and active. It's heartening to sell things to the poor people of this town that they might not otherwise be able to afford. Here in Paws, the people have very little money. It matters not because they care for each other. My store is now closed. I'm usually open in the afternoons. That's very frustrating of you. Good day to thee, Milady. Do we have a sundial or anything? Does anyone know what o'clock it is? Okay, head north, see if there's anything else, and then head back down, and it should be time. Time to buy things. All I want in this world is to purchase from this poor woman. Alright, there's the farm. She's doing well for herself. That's a huge farm. Oh, is this Britain? It is. How about that? Are we there yet? Yes, we are. What are these? Garret houses? Looks like lunch for some guy. Bread in his lunch sack. Ooh, that guy's got food in a basket. Doing it up. Got a nice carriage. Fence that needs mending. Stables that are locked. Is that locked as well? Oh, it's not. Who are you? You see a pleasant-looking young peasant woman. My name is Diane. My job is to oversee the stables here in Britain and sell thee a horse and carriage if thou dost want one. Here thou wilt find a selection of the finest horses produced by Lord British's personal horse breeder. If thou dost wish to buy one, I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement. And with a carriage, of course. Britain is such a grand city, but it can be somewhat disconcerting if thou dost not know anyone. Fortunately, I know many people here. I have many friends in Britannia. Among them are Greg, James, Brownie, and Mac. Greg runs a shop that sells provisions. If thou are planning on any sort of expedition, he's just the person to see. He seems to be lucky. Perhaps some of it will rub off on you. James, who runs an inn not far from here, wanted a life of adventure. His family wanted him to run the inn after his father died, and he's been discontent ever since. Still, I think he fancies Cynthia, who works at the mint. Brownie's a decent and honest man who would have made such a better mayor than Patterson if thou dost want my opinion. He uses our horses to plow his field in the spring. Mac, one word of warning about Mac. Do not let him start talking about the sky. Other than that, he's perfectly fine, I can assure thee. Carriage sells for $120. I shall find in a small shelter just south of the stables across the street. Dost thou want a title? Not at this time, but thank you. So we're going to check with the shopkeep one more time. And see whether or not she's willing to sell me some stuff. Can I pick flowers? I can't. Can I poke around the mill? What does this do? Millstone. Sack of wheat. Oh well. Everything looks in order. Not that I know. Oh, woman, you're killing me. Is she down at the thirst? There's no way she's still eating. She is. Oh, she's hanging out. She decided to have a beer before she heads back. Those are both locked. Ooh, this one isn't. What's in here? Mirror. That's about it. What's there? Empty desk. I think I read the register. Is it gonna rain again? I swear I have the best log. Have you heard anything about the thief? Oh, thief, 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 friend. Let's go. Sell a little of this and a little of that. Effects are widely known. Stamina and quickness leaves you feeling drained. You might have healing properties, you so wish. He's keeping watch. He hasn't seen anything. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you, friend. I can't help you unless you help me. Help me help you. Antiques? I would love to buy some antiques. I feel like you're not going to sell them to me again. House of items. There are many rare and fine things to be bought here in my shop. Bargains to be had nowhere else in all Britannia. She's going to sell out of the inn. It's okay. Let me see. There's a cradle for sale and a rocking horse, a bell, an hourglass, a spittoon, a lute, a sextant. Since I'm moving a bit more slowly these days, I let my customers help themselves and take what they've bought, providing they pay me first, of course. I do not trust folks to pay me the correct amount. I'm nearly blind, I'm afraid. Let's grab the sextant. I have a sextant that was sold by the world-famous shipwright to Owen of Minnock. They're going to be building a monument to him, I understand. Anyway, the sailor who sold it to me had just suffered some harrowing experience out of the waters. He said when he sold it to me, he was going to retire. He obviously did not realize the value of this item. I can let thee have it for 20 gold pieces. Dost thou still wish to buy it? Thou mayest take it. Thou mayest take thy sextant, and may thou always have smooth sailing. Hourglass. Cursed by an old head and failing memory. Has the hourglass already been sold? No, it must have been stolen. One of the few dishonest people in this town must have taken it. Really, it's like right in the corner. I actually tried to check the time with it. That bell came from the High Court of Justice and knew it was rung to announce the court was in session. I can tell you that interesting conversation piece for 6 gold coins. Dost thou wish to buy it? I do. Thou mayest take thy bell. Use it in good health. Cradle, rocking horse, spittoon, lute. I have a lute for sale that once belonged to a traveling bard who lost it in a game of dice. I'm asking 20 gold coins for it. A song! Wouldst thou like to buy it? Thank thee, kind customer, thou mayest take thy lute. You can see that thou art a true artisan with appreciation for quality. I think that's everything that I can use. I can't believe that she said that the hourglass was gone. I didn't see that. I guess I better go collect my stuff and then bounce. She might not be quite all there. Well, who are you? Did you just teleport? That was wild. The hourglass is right there. Hold on. Let me see if she'll sell it to me. Many fine things. An hourglass. Right. The hourglass. A 7-ounce antique hourglass. It was sold to me by an old man. Huh, now that she can see it, it's here. How strange. Alright, well, that's mine. Oh, I can't carry anymore. Come here, Spark. Seem like a sprightly lad. What did I do? I can't take the hand mirror. That wasn't for sale. The harp wasn't for sale. But the lute was. Can I use a lute? Can always use a lute. Oh, cool. Well, I am in Jindra. We are in pause, finishing investigating a murder and a thief. It's wild here in Britannia. I don't think they're quite ready for the fellowship. The old virtues are a little bit more binding and let them know wrong from right. It's still a dangerous place. There's still monsters. And now we have a talking voice coming from a floating red face. So the world's going to hell. Drop us a like and subscribe. Check around the channel. Most of ours are actually a little bit shorter than this. I try to keep them to around 10 minutes. But I am doing a playthrough. So I don't really know that I'll do the whole thing, but I'm having a vastly entertaining time. So hopefully you are too. Thank you for coming along for the ride, and as always, much love.